Hey everybody, Jenny here. I wanted to share something that I did last week. I was um, going to get my FAA flight physical, and I don't know if you're a pilot. If you're not, we do that every 6 months or every year, and I was just fretting going to that because they check everything. I mean, but the one thing several years ago that my flight physician said to me, it's an old retired guy, but he goes, do not let your BMI get above a certain point, or else you'll have to go do a sleep apnea test. And I'm like, oh my God. So nothing like getting the blood pressure up. And I'm like, oh my God. So here I'm going last week. Last week. And so I'm fretting it, weeks before. So what I did was a week before, you've seen me do the 60-hour fast, right? You think it's probably crazy or anything like that, but I honestly feel really good about when I do that. I do it once a month, and I do it. I think the highest I've done is 70 hours, but it just helps with my metabolism. It helps with gut health and all that. But so I'm like, I am on a mission to make sure that my weight is going to be in the acceptable range, because I don't want to go through all this testing. So I wanted to share. And then so after that, it's a week out, and I'm planning ahead, and I'm probably telling you way too much information. But after my 60-hour fast, I did a 24-hour fast, and you can ask the guys at work. I was very diligent. I was invited to happy hours, and I'm like, I know I can't go because I'm doing a 24-hour fast after my 60-hour fast, and I am going to do this. And so I lost 11 pounds in that whole week. And, it was probably water weight, but, at the end, it wasn't all water weight. And I was well below what I needed to be, but, you know how that goes. But anyway, I want to share this. This is what I did. You've seen probably the 60-hour fast kit, but this is a program. It's called iFast. It's for 5 days. It's a 24-hour fast each day. And it's easy, and I wanted to share this with you because there's a whole group of people that on the 15th we are all doing this together, and I just find it ironic that here I just did this for my FA medical, and I just am so excited I have to share. So they say fasting is good. A lot of people are fasting these days, and for lots of good, healthy reasons. And most people in a regular day probably fast, when you go to bed at 9, wake up at 8. I think just the standard person probably does an 8-9 hour fast. Well, this takes it further. So what I've read is if you do a 16-hour fast, that really benefits your body. You're just eating in an 8-hour window. So what I've done, and I love to share this with you, and please join me and our group. Obviously, I don't usually wait for people to. I'm not a group person, but because I'm doing medical, here we are. So this is easy. So what you would do is wake up. You would just take your vitamins. You would take a Mitoplex, which is an electrolyte. You just add it to water. And then you've seen my rainbow of flavors. This is these are ketones. You mix them with 8 to 12 ounces of water, and you just have this in the morning when you wake up. Then I'm just looking at all this stuff. Then in the middle of the day, or let's say like 3 o'clock, you would take these. You'd mix this with water. It's an I can never pronounce this, but it's a liquid, and it's more it's kind of a tart taste. This one is Narjana, is like an orange flavor. You would just mix that. That helps you stay in ketosis if that's the process that we're doing here. And then at between 6 and 8, which I would probably bump that up sooner because I go to bed at 9 o'clock most of the time, so I can stay awake. So from 6 to 8, you would just have a regular, oh, I missed noon. So actually for noon, I bad. So we'll start all over. Who's perfect, right? So, so start in the morning. You would do, so this is what you do in the morning. You would just take this, add it to water and all that. So at noon you would just have a Protone. You would just mix this with, some people do it with just regular water. Hi Linda, hi Bree. You would add this either to water or to unsweetened almond milk, and you would use that as a meal at noon. And then at 3 you would add this to water. And then from 6 to 8, you would have a low-carb meal, and that's pretty simple. And then 1 hour before bed, you can have another one, and then your vitamins. So easy. 11 pounds. Yes. Anyway, if you are interested in trying this, do it for 5 days. Let me know. I can get you hooked up. Join us, on the 15th. We start all, we all do this. And can you believe it? 11 pounds, and I got my physical, and I didn't even have any issues. I'm going to be 60 here in August. I don't need issues in my life, so intermittent fasting is the way to go. Linda, I don't know if you've ever intermittent fasted. I think you might, but and then Marie, I know you do. So give it a go. It may seem daunting at first. I did it for 24 hours, several days in a row, and I did the 60-hour before that. You actually feel really good. Just getting rid of that bloat right away. Of course, drink lots of water. We never get enough water. But anyway, I'm expecting somebody to come over and work on a room. I had a roof that was leaking, so not that you need to know that, but I've never seen paint water bubbles in walls before. But amazing. So have a beautiful day. Take care. See you all. Don't forget, let me know. Bye-bye.